Hi, this is criminal defense attorney Sean McQuaid, and I've got a great success story that I've just been dying to tell everyone about. So last week I was able to get not only a stalking violence injunction dismissed, but also the criminal battery charges dismissed. And I wanted to describe what happened with the case and what I was able to do. So this case, it began between two neighbors. They lived side by side, only separated by a small walkway. And over the course of the few months, apparently the female neighbor, and we'll call her the victim in the case started complaining about my client, where he was parking, I mean, you name it, how loud he was. I mean, just, any complaint under the sun. Well, she wasn't getting any type of satisfaction from the condo association where they lived. And one day she accused my client of pushing her, causing her to fall in the walkway that separated the two apartments. So the police were called, they came out. Sure enough, there was a mark on her arm. She had an injury to her hand. The police came over to my client, it's all on video, and they asked him what happened, and he was completely caught off guard, shocked. His daughter was there. She said, "I've been here, there's no way this could have happened," blah, 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 but they charged him with battery. Well, the neighbor, the victim, went out and filed a stalking injunction against him too, so it was a big deal. So I was hired to handle both the injunction and the criminal charge, and I started investigating what all happened. And this is where the story really gets juicy. So I started going through the public records. I started seeing that the victim had filed a stalking injunction after stalking injunction. In fact, this was the fifth stalking injunction that she had filed. And one of the people that she had filed the injunction against was the very same person that lived in his apartment before he moved in, just like less than a year before. I mean, it just blows your mind. And of course, all the allegations in these injunctions were the same. Did X, Y, and Z, and my mother and I are scared, came on to me and made these types of sexual advances. I mean, it's like cut and paste. So I kept digging. And then I found that she had also been the victim, I think, of like 6 battery charges. So this was like number 6 or number 7, I don't remember exactly. There's so many. And again, it was all the same, no witnesses, her word against someone else, and all of them were getting dismissed, and it was wild. I mean, it was pure manipulation of the criminal justice system. So I submitted all this to the state attorney. We set a trial. My client came in to me, said, "I never touched this woman, no way, no how. I will never plead to this. I don't care. Do not get me a deal. We're going to trial. This lady's a lunatic." So we set the case for trial. We teed it up. I forwarded everything to the state attorney. I said, "Look, this is what you're dealing with here. I know the police didn't look into her background. They saw a mark on her arm and her crying about her hand, and they charged my client with battery. I know you didn't know about all these other injunctions and all these other victim cases, but here's the straw that broke the camel's back." And I got a million different things, but this was the straw. So we started hearing that she was going around to different people in the condo/apartment complex and asking them to change their testimony to testify to her. So, I hear this stuff all the time, right? I heard that. I said, all right, well, maybe I ought to make the phone call and find out. So it was a security guard. So I called the security guard. The guy says, "I can't talk to you, but I have already called the prosecutor to let him know about what she's up to." And I'm thinking to myself, there might be something to this. Sure enough, she had gone to him and told him, "It's not too late to change, trial's coming up in 2 weeks," or whatever it was. "It's not too late to change your story to confirm that I complained that he did X, Y, and Z." I mean, straight witness tampering. I mean, textbook witness tampering. And prosecutor said, it's just uncalled for. I cannot have a victim in my case going around asking other witnesses to change their testimony And sure enough, everything dropped. So I was really proud of our work on that case. We did a lot of investigative work, and it was the right result to get everything dropped. Of course, our client had spent a lot of money, on attorney's fees. He had to go through the aggravation of the entire case, but getting that case dropped, I was really proud of it. So hope you enjoyed this video, and take care, everyone.